Tutorial 1, Creating a Simple Maintenance App. In this video tutorial, we'll walk through all the steps necessary to create your first application. First, we'll create a new application. To do this, right-click on Applications and select Add New Application. We'll call this application Contact Manager and save our changes. Next, we'll add an analysis model. Right-click Analysis Models and select Add New Analysis Model. We'll call this Contacts. Add a stream to the model, and we will call this Contacts. The stream type should be set to transactional. The reason for this is that users will be adding data in real time. Next, we will add a set of attributes that will hold the information. The first one is UID. If you create an attribute with this name, PhixFlow knows that it must automatically increment this value when a new record is added to the stream. Now we will add another set of attributes. We will add the first name and the family name for the contact, a contact number, an email address, a date of birth and a job title. The names of the attributes and their types can be found in the text below. The process of creating attributes should be familiar to you from the previous modelling course. Now that we've completed adding our attributes, we'll save our changes and return to the repository. Here, we'll add a dashboard, and it's the dashboard that will act as the main part of the application that the users interact with. We will call this Contact Manager. We will add the stream information to our dashboard. To do this, we will access the configuration form for the contacts by selecting it, and drag the stream icon onto our dashboard. Select Grid. Now we'll select all of the attributes and drag them to the header that has appeared on the dashboard behind. We need to build a form to allow users to enter data into our stream. Right-click on the dashboard, select Dashboard Options, and then Add Horizontal Bar. This lower section is where we'll create our input form. To add components to a dashboard element, we must first create a form. The form for contacts was automatically created when we dragged in the contact stream. For the lower element on our dashboard, we'll manually create this form. To do this, right-click on the dashboard and select Create New Form. A form has now been created for us in the background. Select the lower portion and the form configuration will open. We'll call our form Contact Details. We are now ready to start adding components to the lower element of our dashboard. Open up the configuration form for our contact stream. Select the attributes and drag these onto the lower element. This will create input fields that can be used to enter data. Next, we will add action buttons that will save any data that we've entered. Right-click on your dashboard, go to Open Palette and click Basic Components. Now we will drag across an action button. Select it and we will name this Add Contact. The action type should be set to Insert. Now we will change the label by selecting the word button, changing the display text to Add. Save your changes, and now we will add a second button. This will act as an update button to allow us to update any data that we've already entered. We'll call this Update Contact, and our action type will be set to Update. Change the label as before. Now we will add a final button which will act as our delete button. Our input form is now almost ready. The final step is to drag the UID from the top grid onto the lower form. This dynamically links the two elements together. A background filter is created. To see this, if we right-click on our form, select Show Element Details, we can see in the background filter rules, by double-clicking on our item, what has been created. Drill down into the quick link and you can see the filter that has been created. The condition shows contacts.uid. This is in the form of the element name followed by the name of the attribute on that element. In our case, it's UID. We will see how this works in more detail in later videos. Before we enter any data, let's set the ordering on our attributes. Select the outer box of an attribute and drag it to set its order. Once you are happy with the order of your attributes, click on the icon in the bottom right hand corner of the screen to enter application mode. Enter some data and then click the Add button and our data will be entered into the system.